Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Underrated Movies. Hold on. I'm your guy. I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today, I would like to talk to you about another underrated film that you need to check out. That's better. That you should check out. Get my stuff organized a little bit here. It's a film I watched last week. I should have talked about it right then and there. Because, well, there's another film I watched this morning. I'm going to talk about that shortly after. And this film is a film that came out, hard to believe, it's 5 years already. But this is a Mark Campbell action film. And for those who don't know who Mark Campbell is, he's a filmmaker who's known for directing the 1995 film Goldeneye and the 2005 film Casino Royale. He's been around for a long time. He's been around. And the film I'm talking about is called The Protege, starring Maggie Q, Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Patrick and Michael Keaton, and it's a story about an assassin who from Vietnam who works for this government agency, and her boss, Samuel Jackson, who rescued her as a child from Vietnam. And the core of the film is really about their mentor and mentee relationship, and she goes on a revenge scheme once her mentor Maggie Q goes on a revenge scheme when Samuel Jackson's character is killed. So it's pretty much like those espionage revenge flicks, which I have a guilty pleasure for. I won't lie to you. And this film, I would say, is a fun time. It's a great time. I actually love how smart the action scenes feel. Like they really feel very grounded and uh really get into the mind of how this assassin is plotting their next move. And I like how strategic the action sequences are, and plus it's real like extremely well shot. I think Mark Campbell is very underrated as a filmmaker in the action genre. This guy knows how to do action and knows how to shoot it beautifully. My personal favorite film he's done is Edge of Darkness, and he did the film Memory with which is a remake with Liam Neeson. And I also liked his James Bond movies. Um, this guy is very underrated as an. He also did the Foreigner. Uh, this guy is very good with action sequences, and this is kind of his alley, where it's espionage, spy, thriller kind of ordeals, government agencies. I mean, this is his strong point. This is his strongest selling point of this movie. Is the style and the filmmaking. Maggie Q does hold her own as the sexy assassin who's trying to get revenge against the people who took down Samuel Jackson's character. Now, there are a lot of plot twists, especially leaning towards the third act of the film, which I won't get into. Which actually, when when some of them start to reveal itself, I was happy. Let's just say that because it gave a lot of the actors more to do, and Michael Keaton's character, who becomes very attracted to Maggie Q, and he's trying to understand her and kind of get her to you know to know about her because he's also an agent. He's trying to feel her out, and the two kind of have this chemistry where they're kind of butting heads, not only physically but also sexually as well, which is very fascinating. And I like kind of how unpredictable the next scene's going to be with some of these action scenes, and Mark Campbell is very good at that. He's very good at building up suspense to action, and when the action hits, it hits, and he that's something he really holds strong in his was it like since he's been working since the 70s. because his style is just so great, and I love it. Uh, he's probably now one of my favorite filmmakers to do in the action genre. Uh, and I would love to see his other film. He did this film called Cleaner, but aside with a side note, Robert Patrick's great. He plays a biker who was also, I think his role was he used to be part of the agency, but he's a or an informant, but he knew Sam Jackson's character very well. And he kind of aids a little bit in getting info and pointing where Maggie has to go. And this is something I really thought was very unique with Maggie Q's character. I really love the how her character is so dedicated and to her bond uh to her mentor Samuel Jackson, and you see how that plays off. There's one of my favorite scenes in the film is where she goes to Robert Patrick and she gets very emotional because she looks up to Sam Jackson as a father figure because he did rescue her, and they showed in flashbacks of her time as a kid where she was about to be abused, and you feel so strongly about it. And I also think this film has one of my favorite explosions I've seen in a movie towards the end. I won't get into it. It happens in like a ballroom where the whole section gets blown up. And man, like this movie is so great. I don't have any issues with this movie. I don't. Maybe the plot gets a little bit complicated at parts where to its core it's a revenge plot up with a little bit straightforward. It's just in detail it gets a little bit but that's I don't know. That's political thriller aspects of it. But this film was a joyride. I enjoyed the hell out of it. The Protege, have you seen it? Comment below. Let me know if you have, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.